Brian sat at Celine's bedside, watching the oxygen machine pump into her lungs. The last 12 hours felt like an eternity. He replayed the events leading up to the time Celine discovered the truth. Celine called it betrayal, and it drove him insane. One thing Brian prided himself on was loyalty, so to hear those words come from his wife, no less, was agonizing. Brian needed the chance to tell her his side of the story. He needed it like the very air he breathed. When Celine passed out, Brian lost it. Marcus tried to help, but Brian wouldn't let go of her. Dr. Jameson was easily accessible, so when he came trudging through the door within minutes, Brian breathed a huge sigh of relief. "She's lost a lot of blood," Dr. Jameson informed him. "She is strong, though." The doctor frowned before speaking again. "It will be up to her to pull through. Her will to live will be determined within the next 72 hours. Brian had only left her side long enough to shower. His energy was fueled with snack bars and the little sleep he got. Restless nights were not something Brian wanted to get used to. Questions bombarded his thoughts, and Brian needed answers. How did Celine find out? Where had she been since the moment she disappeared? One thing was sure, somebody had to die. Brian stood to his feet and slid his hands into his pockets. Watching her this way sat heavy on his heart. He turned and left the room. Inside his office, Brian dialed Marcus. "Boss?" he answered. "Come see me." Brian dropped the phone back in its cradle. 5 minutes passed before Marcus strolled into the room. With his hands behind his back, Brian stood by the window, his eyes cast through the blinds. "Contact the watchman. Find out where Zeus will be tonight." "I'm already on it. Chris said he would be meeting up with Simon again at Oakdale Park, 8 p.m. Brian was silent. "What you want to do?" Marcus asked. "Kill him," Brian confirmed. "Kill them all."